Welcome back to Her Perspective. If you're just joining us, we've been having a discussion with Karen Johnson, a member of the Hagley Park SDA Church, who's sharing with us her testimony of praise. She's a living, walking, breathing miracle, simply put. She was sharing with us her experience of how she was hit by a forklift, 10,000 pounds, crushing her, dragging her body all over the place. Karen, you were talking to us, you were telling us about, you were about to go into the support system. Your family, how did they react to the news?
Let me start with my sons. Okay. All right, so when I was on my way to the hospital, the HR person who had accompanied us, she asked if I wanted her to call anyone. And so I gave her the name of my cousin Janet and her number, and she called Jan and spoke with her. And then Jan met with us at the hospital. When she got there, she asked about my boys, and I said, well, they would be in school now, so, you know, give them time, and then she could call them afterwards. She stayed with me during the time when all the tests were being done and stuff, right up to being admitted into the room and stuff. Then my younger son, he was the first to get the news. When he got home, she called him. She told him, pack some stuff, so I'm coming to get you, and pack some stuff for mom because she's in the hospital. He asked her, why? Why is his mom in the hospital? So she said, don't worry, man, mommy is fine. You just pack some nighties and stuff for her, pack your stuff, so I'm coming to get you. He said, no, I need to find out what is wrong. Why is my mommy in the hospital? Mm-hmm. Can I speak to my mommy? And so I took the phone from her and I said, hi, sweetheart.
How
old is he? How old is he?
He's 13.
Okay.
At the time, how old was he?
But it's this year, remember?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yes, right. So he... Mommy, why are you in the hospital? So I said, Mommy, it's all right, man. Just pack the stuff, Auntie Jan come. Mommy, we're not doing that. So I said, all right, okay, listen up. And I relayed everything to him. And he listened. And at the end of it, he said, I am so angry. I said, all right, cool. What are you angry with? First, I'm angry with Auntie Jan for lying because she told me nothing is wrong, that you're okay. I said, no, man, Auntie Jan didn't want to give you that over the phone, so don't be mad at her. I am angry at that forklift driver.
Oh, gosh.
But most of all, I'm angry at that old devil.
Oh.
And I smiled and I said, that's okay. It's okay to feel anger, but guess what? Don't entertain the anger too long because it could have been worse.
Yeah.
Mommy is alive and Mommy can tell you, listen, man, get ready, Auntie Jan is coming for you and you're coming to see Mommy and everything is going to be okay. And that was it. He called his brother because his older brother is actually here at NCU. And he was the one who made contact and told his brother. And his brother didn't handle it very well. He could not be found after he heard the news for the rest of that day. Anyway, eventually I got through to him a day or two after and we spoke. He was hurting and angry, but I said, look, God is awesome. This is my story to tell the world. I said, I'm going to walk again. And best of all, I will be able to share my testimony with the whole world of how amazing God is. And once they came and they saw me, they were cool because I was never sad or down or I was never angry. Okay. I was just praising and thanking God through the whole thing because let's face it, I could have died.
Yes.
I should have died because the enemy said he was going to crush me.
Right, right.
God said, no, you shall live and not die.
I
had a choice right in that moment, you know, and I chose to believe that God cannot lie. And here I am.
Wonderful.
God is awesome.
What about the support from your church family?
Oh gosh, that's beyond words, even to the present. I mean, I had church 4, 5, 6 church service on a Sabbath.
I can imagine.
During the time I was in the hospital, I mean, everybody was just coming and coming and coming. There were points when the nurse had to get up
To tell
and
everybody.
say, no, you
Restraining
need
order.
to stop. She needs a
Restraining order. Okay.
The hospital says I create record in their book,
Whoa.
their visitors' books.
Oh, yeah.
Because people were just coming and going and coming. It's awesome. Everybody, my co-workers,
Yeah.
they have all been just really, really supportive. It's been wonderful, wonderful. God.
What about that? Have you been back to church since? Well, I mean, I know you're up and about now because you're here.
Yes.
But have you been back to church? And if so, what was the reception?
The very first Sabbath I went back to church after the accident was October 20.
Oh,
Whoa.
just the other day.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And it was
Awesome.
awesome. They stood and cheered
Wow.
when they saw me slowly coming up the aisle, me and my pillow. They cheered, they said, yes, the enemy has been defeated again. He's alive. And I said, I'm me if you tell her no. Yes, man, it has been wonderful. All my relatives, my cousin Janet, her sister Petri. My mom surprised me. Mom should have come July this year.
Oh, she
and
lives away, okay.
Yes, she's away, and she came in May, right after I was released from the
Wow.
hospital.
How long did you stay, by the way?
I was in the hospital for a month and about 3 days.
Okay.
The accident was April 3rd, and I went home the 5th of May.
Okay.
Yeah, and that part was interesting too, because about the 3rd day after physiotherapy, because every time the doctor came to see me, after the physiotherapy started, it's like I was doing physiotherapy or something. He just never got a chance to see me, so he didn't see me until the Friday. We started physiotherapy Tuesday, and he saw me Friday coming from bathroom, me and my walk.
Wow.
Okay.
And this was him.
Ah.
And I said, yes, God is awesome. And he was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And he was just so excited, and I'm saying, yes, man. And then he said, you want to go home? And I said, yes, but I didn't take him serious enough. I was so surprised when he came the Saturday morning, made all the preparation. And you see the blessed day I was released to.
Blessed Sabbath
the
day.
blessed Sabbath day. And I went home Sabbath, May 5th. And it has been great, steady progress since then. I started off with traditional physiotherapy, and then I went over to aquatic therapy.
Okay.
I'm back now doing traditional physiotherapy, and I'm getting stronger and better every day, thanks be to God.
Are you back at work?
No, I'm not back
Okay.
at work as yet.
Okay.
But you know, Karen, it's interesting you mentioned earlier in the interview that you made a choice to, one, to live by faith, to believe in God, and to count this experience, to count it all joy. You
Yes.
know? I mean,
Yes.
there's a passage in James that says, count it all joy when you fall into
Yes,
diverse
that was
temptations. But was it difficult to make that choice? Because, I mean, many times I know, and even my own personal experiences, gone through situations, and the least of things I'm tempted to give up. How easy or difficult was it for you to make that choice to just trust God?
I'll be honest, because of where I was at the time with God, it was easy.
Okay.
Because, I mean, through the years from birth till now, my life has been
Exciting.
exciting. Exciting is the
Perfect
correct.
roller coaster,
Yes. So at this point, I was in this relationship with God where I told him everything.
Okay.
We talked about everything. So I was at that point where I knew I could trust him implicitly and completely.
And based on what you're saying, you knew his voice.
I
Yeah.
knew his voice.
And you knew the devil's voice too?
Of course.
So that you could reject it?
Yes. Why should I choose to listen to a lie? And that is what I would like people to understand. We are in a spiritual warfare. Every one of us on planet Earth, whether we like it, whether we know it or not, we are part of a great cosmic conflict. The devil wants nothing good to come to any of us. Every one of us were destined for greatness. that was the plan of God.
Yes.
The
Still
devil,
is. Still
it
is.
still is the plan of God. The devil doesn't want us to realize that. And he's going to do everything to thwart our efforts to kill, steal, destroy. We can't allow him to do that. We cannot allow Christ to die in vain because every time we choose to doubt and choose to listen to Satan's lies, we are crucifying Christ afresh. God is real and he's too good to be unkind. Listen, the word says, all things will work together for good to them that love him and are the called according to his purpose. I knew that there was going to be a greater good from this. And I chose to believe that, yes, it was going to be okay. And it's okay. It doesn't matter what may come my way. My life is in God's hands, and I'm fine.
Stop crying, Sister Verna. I feel it choking up. But,
Wow.
Karen, on the way here to do this program, we had spoken about something in particular, and I'm just thinking that we should introduce it at this point in the program. Your life has been one filled with many ups and downs.
Oh gosh.
As you say, you know, the perfect roller coaster ride.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about your childhood, how you grew up, everything leading up to this point.
Quite interesting. By the time I was age 2, my mom left Jamaica. I was left in the care of my great-grandmother. Back then I thought my mother did me a big injustice, but today I'm rejoicing because had it not been for that, because by the time I got to 6, the Seventh-day Adventist message had come to our home. My great-grandmother readily accepted it. It's like that's what she was waiting on. And so I grew up in the Adventist church, and it wasn't easy as a little girl growing up. Your mother is overseas and you have been told that she's gone to make a better life. But the better life is not happening. It's not manifesting itself. You're not getting a better educational opportunity. You don't see no better clothes or anything. You can't. There were days when we don't have food to eat and all those kinds of things. So you're wondering,
Where is the better?
where is the better? So I grew up with the mindset that my mother hated me. She didn't love me. That's why she gave me away. And a number of things happened. By the time I was 10, I had already been sexually molested by different men in the church.
Wow.
But I've come to realize that through it all, God was with me. I've actually written a manuscript which I would love to be published as a book, because for years as a girl growing up, my same cousin Janet always saying to me, boy, Karen, you need to write a book. So I remember in 2010 when Karim got accepted into NCU and can't find the money and the struggles and the challenges. Every Tuesday I would meet in my office to have devotion. And my prayer partners, they were always concerned about my struggles and things. And I remember one of them, one day he stopped back and he said, I have been very concerned and I've been talking to Father, I know. And Father said to tell you that like the widow in 2 Kings 4, you need to find your oil. I said, really? He said, yes. I said, okay. And for months I kept talking to Father, show me the oil. Where's my oil? Because I don't have a clue. And I guess one day eventually he said, write the book. So I'm like, really, Father? I mean, while I'm writing the book, the children have to go to school. We need food to eat. The rent have to pay. The bills have to pay. He said, write the book. And so I started writing the book. After the accident, while I was in the hospital, one of the groups came from church, a group from the men's chorus, right? They came. One of the brother, when I was sharing with them, and he said, boy, sis, you need to write a book. And I said, it actually started already. This is the closing chapter.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
But
yes.
Wait, Karen, we have to go to a break, but wow, we'll be right back.